What's the most ridiculous barracks prank you've seen? Our squad had this guy, Private Henderson, who was obsessed with keeping his room absolutely spotless and bragged constantly about how organized and clean he was compared to everyone else in the barracks. Henderson would walk around inspecting other people's rooms and making snide comments about how we lived like slobs, while his area was always perfect for inspections. He even had his socks arranged by color and his toiletries lined up with military precision, like he was running some kind of cleaning museum for visitors. Well, my roommate Garcia got tired of Henderson's attitude and decided to teach him a lesson about being so judgmental and arrogant toward his fellow soldiers. Garcia spent 2 weeks planning this elaborate prank that involved the entire floor working together to pull off something Henderson would never forget in his life. The plan was to completely fill Henderson's room with packing peanuts from floor to ceiling while he was at his weekend drill sergeant training course out of state. We're talking thousands and thousands of those little white foam pieces that stick to everything and get into every possible crack and crevice imaginable. Garcia had been collecting boxes from the mailroom and storage areas for weeks, telling everyone he was helping with inventory, when really he was stockpiling packing materials for this epic revenge. Saturday morning, Henderson leaves for his training, and within an hour our entire platoon is carrying bags of packing peanuts into his room like worker ants. We filled that space so completely you couldn't even see his bed or desk, just a solid wall of white foam reaching the ceiling tiles. The best part was we left a small path from the door to his closet where Garcia had hung a sign that read, "Welcome to Henderson's new organized living space, courtesy of your messy neighbors." When Henderson came back Sunday night and opened his door, the avalanche of packing peanuts that poured out into the hallway was absolutely legendary and covered everything. He stood there for like 5 minutes just staring at this mountain of foam while we're all trying not to laugh from our doorways watching the show. But here's the crazy part. Instead of getting mad, Henderson started laughing and said, "Well played, Garcia. This is actually pretty impressive tactical planning and execution." Turns out Henderson had been planning his own prank on Garcia, and now he had to admit he'd been completely outmaneuvered by a superior tactical operation. It took Henderson 3 days to clean up all the packing peanuts, and he found them in his gear for months afterward, but he never complained about anyone else's room again.